Into a podcast with Anna Bray and Phogoth the Untamed. So let's get to listening in. Bray Tech support. From what we can gather, there are a couple of jackasses that play Destiny. They're completely random, but with your help, we hope to make this one hell of a podcast.
What is going on, Guardians? Welcome to the Bray Tech Support Podcast. I am your host, Anna Bray Tech, hanging out with my homeboy, Phogoth the Untamed. And we have a special guest with us today. Her name is Grace. Grace, where can we find you?
My art Twitter is Lizard Draws. It's LIIZARDDRAWS. And then I'm also on Night Stalker for literally everything else. It's Night Stalker with 3 eyes.
It's always good times. I enjoy your tweets. We got Grace on the show because you tweeted one day that you was like, I want to start my own podcast. I jumped in and I was like, I just want to talk about podcast, but you could be a guest on ours, and here you go. It happened. We are glad to welcome you to the show. Those listening, I tried catching these two talking D&D. I started the recording without them knowing. Yeah. They stopped. Two major, apparently, Dungeons and Dragons nerds here. So y'all have at it after the show. I'd like to listen to you guys talk or whatever. Thank you for joining us. Of course, we are a Destiny podcast. We enjoy talking Destiny, shenanigans, and having fun. Now, Grace, every guest we have on the show, we like to ask them for a story. I prepped you for this. Apparently, you're going to give us a story from Guardian Con.
Yeah, it's literally one of my favorite stories because last year I went to Guardian Con by myself, but I did stay with someone I knew. So I was rooming with Apsis Props. His name's John, and I was also with Moonvald. It was the first night, and we had you guys know Lay's Summerstone, Jake, Watermelon XO. He had come up to our room after dinner that night, and we were all just, watching stupid YouTube videos. I think BattleBots. We were also watching BattleBots. And I was drawing, he was drawing. We're just, just chilling out. And another Destiny artist in the community, I don't think he specifically goes by, I'm a Destiny community artist, but his name's Zazar. He does a lot of stuff for the D and Destiny stuff. But he had gifted a bunch of people that he knew a bottle of homemade mead. And we were like, well, it's like, we were, relaxing or having a good time. And we wanted to try and, open the bottle, try it out. And I don't know what he did to the bottle, but we could not get the cork out to save our life. We were trying the bottle and the shoe trick, smacking against the wall. We tried to call room service for a corkscrew. We tried running under hot water. We could not get the damn cork out. Which I have a bunch of pictures and from what happened, but John's over in the corner of the room laughing his ass off. We're all on the floor for some reason trying to get the bottle open. Jake's got it between his feet trying to pull the cork out of the bottle. And it was just thinking back on how hard we were all laughing and how stupid it was. It was really, really funny. But one of the good memories from Guardian Con last year. So,
did you get the cork out? That's the real question.
Eventually, and the mead was very strong, really syrupy too. So I think actually, I don't know if John is the one who took. John is from Florida, so I think he took another bottle home with him. And so he when I posted about this recently, when GCX was oh, tweet out your memories and show us all the pictures from Guardian Con. I think he replied to my tweet with a picture of the bottle. It's covered in dust, and it's just really silly. It's hilarious, but yeah.
That's an excellent story. That's what life's about. All about the stories. We're gonna dive right in. Our first topic tonight is one that I brought up because I have kind of mixed feelings on it. It's been around for a while, but I want to bring it up. The artifact that you're given, and it causes gun mods, and it causes a constant level raise. I think that's the main reason I wanted to bring it up, because with the artifact, you can constantly gain light level. Just keep going. When Destiny first started back in the day, I had one kid. I was able to put 2,000 hours into Destiny. Now I don't have that. I don't have that time.
Your wife also got really mad at you for playing a lot.
Yes, that was a thing. I left Twitter for a month, and it was bad. But my thing, though, after I stopped being able to play, my thing was gain max flight level. enough here and there. Like when Forsaken came out, it was so perfect. I had my nights planned, and I did Petra's Bounties, and I did the Blind Well, and then I did the I said this last week, and I forgot what it was freaking called, the Ascendant thing where you had to drink the Queen thing.
Ascendant Challenge.
Yeah, that. And it was perfect, and I hit max light level, and I was happy on the season. Now they took that away from me. That's my biggest issue with the artifact. I mean, it's not that big a deal. But then the artifact, you get a certain mod that kills barrier champions, but you can only put it on certain guns. Last season, they took my Blast Furnace out of my hand. Mm-hmm. That's why I wanted to bring it up. What do you guys feel about this? How do you feel about them literally ripping a gun out of your hand?
After you.
It wasn't a gun I had, so I didn't play a lot last season.
Not necessarily Blast Furnace, just in general. Like I don't really like pulse rifles until I got my Blast Furnace, but then I was like, wait, I can't use this because I want to be able to do stuff with like Phogoth here, and Phogoth carries me, but like I want to at least feel like I got
a big backpack.
You want to feel like you're contributing to whatever you're doing. Yeah.
So I had to take off my Blast Furnace and I had to put a hand cannon in my hand. And the thread I seen on Twitter that caused me to put this into our topics was, so what? It's not that big a deal. So what? You got to use a different gun. But a guy like me, I get 4 hours a week. I'd like to use.
You only get so much time.
I'd like to use the gun I want to use. Which it's not really that big a deal, but it is. Like, either take the artifact away, or let me put this mod on any gun I want to put it on. Or at least it can go in a primary gun. Okay, cool. I can use whatever primary I want. I don't know. Like, we can't really drag this topic out, but I wanted to get it out there because I don't like the fact that they took my gun out of my hand.
It's like the attachment you get to like D1 exotics that they haven't brought back or don't plan on bringing back. You know, it's the same feeling. So I totally get it. There's a lot of exotics from D1, especially guns that I really want to return. And, you know, everybody's, stoked for Hawkmoon and Touch of Malice. And I'm like, I would love Kvostov or, Zalo Supercell would be great to have back. So
I'll be happy.
But, everybody has that gun that just clicks with them and they love using. And all of a sudden when it's, taken away, not necessarily like meta guns that everybody uses, but, guns that you love using, for me right now, that's Crimson. Like if they did that to Crimson, I'd be really upset. So totally get it.
Like you get to play, you want to use the gun that you want to use. Like, I just don't like the artifact. I don't like it at all.
Wouldn't that be nice if you could put those anti-barrier or those unstoppable mods on your Crimson?
Yes. That'd be so nice.
Instead of having to sacrifice it for a different gun.
Yes, precisely. Yeah. That's it. Just let me put it on anything, and I'm a happy camper. Like, and you'd be sacrificing whatever mod you had on the guns. I mean, at least you give me a sacrifice. I don't know. I just know that my first time playing with Destiny the meme, I seen her blasting with this pulse rifle and like shit was dying and she's like, reload, reload. I'm like, what are you using? She's like Rampage and then whatever the hell. I keep forgetting the damn mod. I forget a lot of things. I'm sorry. Rampage.
Multi-kill clip maybe?
It's the one that makes it reload faster. I don't know. I don't remember. Cheeto.
Outlaw?
Not
Probably.
Outlaw. Not Outlaw. It's Rampage and any kill makes it reload faster. What the hell is it called? Why am I drawing a complete blank? I don't know.
You're the one that wanted to do weapon mods, and you can't even remember the mods on your gun.
Yep, that's okay.
Nice.
Meme needs to get in here because she'll know. Anyway, this gun was amazing.
I just know the names of mods. I don't know what they do. I just like everybody. Like I'm in a server with a bunch of really good players too, and that's who I usually six-sack with. And I'm like, I don't know what a god roll is for this gun. And I was like, is this good? I was like, and I'll read out the mods it has, and I'm like, is this good?
So many people out there will like know the picture. They're like, oh, that's a great roll, and I'm like, what do the pictures do? I don't know.
Right. I don't look that deep into my mods. Like, oh, okay, I like how this gun feels. It kills things fast. I'm good.
Exactly.
I have a mobile device with the Destiny app. I'm gonna look at my Blast Furnace because now it's bugging me what freaking mods it had.
What do you mean it's a garbage roll? I just stomped that kid that killed you.
I know Vorpal Weapon is supposedly a very good mod to have, especially in PvP. So it sounds cool. don't really know what it does. I think it affects supers, but
Extra damage to enemies that are casting their super and stronger enemies.
got it. I was close. It had to do with supers.
Yeah.
What did I?
Oh no, that blade dancer's coming towards you. Pop him in the head. He's dead.
I didn't break my blast furnace.
What even is a blade dancer anymore?
We miss them so much.
I don't know. I'm a Titan main.
Well, I think my URL speaks for itself. So I've been a Night Stalker since D1.
Feeding frenzy. Feeding frenzy. Rampage and feeding frenzy.
Yes.
That's the answer. Yes. It took me way too long to get that answer.
That's a warlock.
Okay, so moving on. Let me find my list that I had to close. That brings us to Muting Song at Muting Song on Twitter. I threw this in there just because I troll her. I woke up one day and the first tweet on my timeline was her shooting a selfie video of herself saying we need Taken Scorn. She is trying to unleash the devil on the Destiny universe.
Scorn were already too much of a pain in the ass. I don't want to see the Taken variant.
You see the reason why I troll her? I don't want to see that shit.
It's a cool concept, but I feel like the Scorn are already like in a league of I don't, you know what I mean? Like they're like, you have the Fallen, you have Taken Fallen, and then you have Scorn. So I feel like they're kind of already branched out, like under the umbrella that they hopefully not. Hopefully no Taken Scorn.
Man, I gotta say though, poor Fallen. You've got the Fallen, you've got the Sivified Fallen, you've got the Scorn, and you've got the Taken Fallen. They're just getting mutated left and right. What are we gonna have next? Vex Fallen?
Maybe they should get good and stop being mutilated.
Well, to be fair, they went after the Siva themselves to, you know, the Splicers did kind of do it to themselves. So I think because I remember I did recently like go through back all of the Rise of Iron stuff, and they did mention like, you know, hey, the Fallen can't control Siva, so they got way too in over their heads with Siva and just kind of screwed themselves over with that. So
Cheeto, you shut up. I don't want teleporting screams.
I was just gonna say.
This is something I tell everybody. I would love a colony artifact, and I don't know why I haven't drawn it yet. Not artifact. What are they called? That changes the look of the gun.
I know this answer.
Ornament.
I'm gonna there you go.
Ornament.
Come to you.
I was like waiting for the word. I need to design this, but a colony ornament that turns the ammo into little screeps, and then just make it. I feel it'd be amazing.
Yes.
It's been an idea I've had for a while, but I'm like, I don't know why I've never edited an ornament for this, but I think it'd be a lot of fun. It'd annoy the hell of a lot of people, but
I do want to take a moment to apologize to everyone for all the pounding you guys are hearing. They're working on my roof right now.
Well, tell them to stop. There's a podcast going on. No. Okay, so that brings us to Phogoth wanted to do Phogoth's lore corner this episode.
I never said it was going to be my lore corner. I said we were going to teach you lore.
Okay. Phogoth said he's going to say some lore, and I'm going to sit here and listen. Because anybody who doesn't know me, I don't know jack shit about lore. Nothing whatsoever. I know a little tiny bit, but I don't know nothing.
I'm going to start off this week with my Cinderesh and the M-Sun 12, because I like to troll the shit out of Bray here with M-Sun 12.
I'm already lost.
Hey, what's M-Sun 12, Bray?
I have no idea whatsoever. None. None.
Do you have any idea?
You couldn't pay me $1 million to answer that question.
Grace, how about you? Who's M-Sun 12?
I know Maya Sundarish she was one of the original founders of the Ishtar Collective. I do know that. And was it No. Oh, no. And she was a founder of Future War Cult, too. So that's how I know her name. And I think her name was mentioned in a strike as well. I can't remember. I think. But
she was one of the original Ishtar Collective members that was studying the Vex. And then they found that the Vex were also studying them with simulations. They rescued them. At one point, Kate was actually a bodyguard, allegedly, during the Golden Age for her. Allegedly. But she was a founder of the Future War Cult, and she created that stupid Oracle box that they fanaticize over. It's theorized that M-Sun 12 is the 12th Vex simulation of Maya Sundaresh. Maybe Bungie will pull that string sometime soon. That'd be interesting to see.
Mm-hmm, for sure.
So, Bray, what's M-Sun 12?
I have no idea.
You didn't even listen to us, did you?
I was listening. No, see, that's why I don't like lore. You tell me, but I'm lost as shit. Like, I remember Ishtar Collective. I don't even know who Ishtar Collective is. That's how bad I am. Like, I know they're a big thing, and I know
Vertex rivals.
I know that in Destiny 1, we went and we broke into a room, and the thing was like, hello, Dr. Shim, and then we had to kill bad guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's it.
Dr. Shim was one of them. He was one of the founders of the Ishtar Collective as well.
Okay.
So
I have this theory that our guardian is Dr. Shim.
Interesting.
As soon as we walked in there, everything went on without our ghost doing anything, and we were immediately recognized as Dr. Shim.
Ooh, okay. I always assumed it was just an automatic door trigger, because
And then it was
if you're not Dr.
immediately
Shim, you're not getting
intruder
in.
alert.
Okay.
Yeah, immediately intruder alert as all the Fallen started coming in. So my theory is we're Dr. Shim. Surprise.
Okay. See, that makes a little sense to me. Okay. But as for M-Sung 12, it just goes over my head, man. That's why I don't like lore. Like, people are like, they can put it clear as day in my face. And I'm just like, oh, I don't get it. that's
okay, I'll be sure to shove more lore down your throat. Don't worry.
I mean, I'll gladly listen, but don't it might not set in. My version of lore is here's a strike, get loot. Okay, on it, boss.
Oh, goodness.
It works. Hiver setting an ogre. I did your thing.
Like, Green-Eyed Music Lover, when I first started the account, like, this is how bad my lore is. She's told me something about when am I going to bust out the finger guns. And I DM'd her, and I was like, wait, what did I miss? Like, finger guns? Did she do it, like, in the Golden Ages? Or she's like, no. Like, sometimes when you talk to her, she does finger guns. I'm like, oh. I thought there was something about her past. She did finger guns, and it caused a ripple in time or something.
Oh, dear.
That's how bad I am. At least I'm open about it. I mean, I will tell people.
You own it, and that's all that matters.
That's about
right.
it. I will try, though. I will listen all day. I will listen. So, and then you had... Oh, wait, no, that's... Okay, you had two things here, but you talked about them both. That brings us to Twab Talk. This
I gotta
week
pull the
at
Twab up.
Bungie. My homie Phogoth
missing
here
much.
gave me a summary, so I didn't have to read it, which is awesome. Iron Banner, get some.
Get some.
I attempted.
Pretty much.
I attempted. My first time on PC, actually, today, going into Iron Banner. And I don't like Crucible, man. I'm level 1023. I was getting wrecked down by 1040s. Okay, it's endgame. Cool. But, like, I actually went to Twitter to cry that when you lose all three zones, it locks down and there's nothing you can do. And then people called me out. They're like, but then the zones reset and you have a chance to get them back. And I said, okay. I didn't know the zones reset. I left cry to Twitter before they did, so I didn't know they did.
Hey, right, the zones reset.
I know that now. But I don't like it, man. Iron Banner's not what it used to be. So I don't know exactly what they said about Iron Banner, but I tried to get some per your text message, and
It's just Iron Banner this week. Plus guns and some new mods.
So how do you get the auto rifle and sidearm? You got to do the bounties?
You got to do that quest.
It's only one quest, and it's really nice, actually.
Just 25 kills with sidearms, 25 kills with auto rifles.
And that's it? That's not bad.
That's it.
Maybe you can... No, I can't do that.
I did it in like a couple hours max.
Oh, a couple hours?
Put on that.
Yeah.
Just put on that stupid exotic.
It felt like a couple hours, but I was also 6 stacked with other people, and we were just having a lot of fun. So
okay, so you're saying
it might have been because that
4 hours. Okay.
Bray,
Thank you for being here.
If you need help, you can play with me. I have a couple other people you can play with. I got you. It's fine. Iron Banner is my favorite thing. My favorite part of PvP. It's the only PvP I actually enjoy. So I mean,
It is. I talk a lot of shit about PvP, but when you get with people and you just have fun, then yeah.
Well, that was a big thing this week. Is people saying that there's literally two sides of the community right now when it comes to Iron Banner. Is I hate it and I love it, and the reason that people are hating it is because they're playing against 6 stacks. As either like a duel or solo. But the people who are playing in 6 stacks, no matter how good you are, you're just mercy ruling everybody. That's how it was for us. Like we were mercying everybody. And then when I played with my friend on PS4, just him and myself, we were either having a really hard time winning, or we were getting mercied. So like I've been on both sides, and I still like playing it. It's a lot more fun without skill-based matchmaking if you're queued up in a group, I think. And I definitely understand that now that I've done both. So,
right.
Yeah.
But yeah. I don't know. Like I said, I love it. I used to play solo all the time in Iron Banner and still love it. So
my favorite Iron Banner was those who learn to know me learn. I love stories. That's why a thing is we have our guests bring a story. I love hearing stories. I like telling stories. Destiny 1 week, the one time Iron Banner was Rift. I had a 6 stack. I had friends that I bring them up all the time. To this day, we still talk. They don't play Destiny anymore, but we're in a text message group. We send each other birthday cards. We played Iron Banner, and we dominated face. We killed everybody that we played against. I even got the best player in the game out of all 12 people bounty. I don't do that. I don't come near the best player out of all 12. I did it because they let me slam the ball the whole time. It was so good. That was Iron Banner. That was amazing. I will never.
I just miss Rift. I think I tweeted about that like a couple days ago. Like, what if they brought back Rift or Sparrow Racing League? Those are like two of my favorite things from D1. But I'm sure if it's such a big community favorite, they're at least considering it. They just have a lot of stuff that needs to come before it that they've promised. So especially with having to work from home, it's kind of slowed a lot of projects down, I'm sure. So,
and if you were to bring Rift back, it would bring it would bring baggage with it. There'd be something wrong that somebody would complain about.
Right.
Yeah.
Just like the return of Trials, people are so very controversial feelings about Trials. So, but I don't know. I played Trials maybe twice in D1, and I haven't played it since. So it's something I'd like to try someday and maybe be on a team of 3. So
I got carried to the lighthouse. So I can't really complain. Like I got bigger Phogoth. As much as you backpack me, these guys backpack me bigger than you ever have. Like, I literally in the whole 7 wins I got 2 kills. 2 kills. Yeah. I got the final one though. Like it was like the last match and it was on the line, and then they killed the last 2 guys and there was one left and I got him. If we would have lost, we would have lost our card. So, I got the most important win the whole time, I guess. But, yeah, I so carried. But it was good times. These guys were so good. And they were Spanish. So I didn't understand a word they were saying.
Oh, dear.
He warned me, too. He's like, we're going to be talking Spanish. You're okay. Just be there. I'm like, boss.
Just survive the matches and we'll be fine.
It was good
Back
times.
on the subject of Rift, though.
Yes.
My one Phantom came from a game of Rift.
Oh, wow.
I murdered everyone without taking any damage, grabbed the ball, and dunked it 3 times in a row.
Nice.
Did not die.
Cheeto's in here talking Spanish. Yeah, see, you understand. You would have understood these guys, Cheeto.
Ow.
They talked to me one time.
I would be able to understand them, too.
And all it was Anna revive me. On it.
Great, go.
Let's go. I didn't see any problems with Trials. That's just me. But yeah, Trials definitely has its issues. Rift would have its issues. Back on the subject, there would
Everything
be issues.
have issues.
Yeah.
No matter what you do, people are going to complain.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it is.
So.
That's what it is. What do we got next on the agenda here? I keep closing stuff. We got.
We still had some more on the falling, or we still had some more on the TWAB.
Yeah, some fun stuff on the TWAB.
Falling guillotine bug. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, you'd swing your sword round and round, and it would keep doing damage over and over. And I was wondering how you were going to pronounce it.
Falling guillotine, right? Guillotine. You got to make fun of me how I talk now because I'm not speaking Spanish. I mean.
Oh, dear.
Ooh, Exo Stark is in chat and says, Grace, in all capitals. They say hi.
Exo Stark.
Exo Stark.
Exo Stark. Is that Starkasms?
It might be.
I don't know.
Stark sounds like
I don't know.
She doesn't know who you are. You should be offended. Just throwing that out
Very
there.
much. Yeah.
Hey, I did say I would want her as my ghost name if that is Starkasms. My Stark.
Now we wait to see if it's confirmed.
Or not my ghost name, my ghost voice.
And Cheeto comments on how
No.
I'm going to pronounce it. It's Dark Drinker.
Yeah.
There is no other pronunciation.
It's Dark Drinker, but the way the bug was working was damage was going after the spin. So they fixed that.
Yes, I actually, when you told me there was a bug, I didn't know what it was. So I Googled it. Apparently it worked after you died too. Like if you died after you did the spinny, like they still died.
Oh yeah, Cap was getting team whites in Gambit. He'd run up to a dude.
What a cheater. He should be banned.
He'd freaking swing his sword, pick off two of them. He would die. They'd go res their teammate, and they would die.
Of course,
because Spin was still there.
Wow.
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 Wow. Very hurt.
Wow.
Stark,
Wow.
I love you.
You just lost a friend. Now, when I read that even after you died, it caused damage, it made me think of, I've been a Call of Duty nerd forever, and in Modern Warfare 3, they had a perk that was for guys like me that died constantly. If you died like 3 or 4 times, you can shit a grenade. I got so many kills with said grenade because I died like 4 times in a row. I'd shit a grenade and kill people, but then it takes away your death streak. But that's okay. I got you with my shitting grenade. I do like the little things in life. So yes, the Fallen Guillotine is patched, so you can't spinny kill anybody after you're dead anymore. And known issues. Is there any specific known issues, or did you plug that in there just because they talked about known issues?
There's just plenty of known issues in there.
There's a lot of issues. But
yeah,
okay.
There's always issues.
There can't.
But hey, I do have one more thing that you'll be happy about. They're going to be removing the Scorn, Cabal, Vex, and Fallen variants of the weekly bounties from the Vanguard. So you don't have to worry about having to go run and find a Scorn enemy to kill constantly.
That's good. So it's just going to be kill enemies?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm okay with that. Because like I'm trying to get my Dark Drinker, so I do bounties, and I'm like, okay, I got to kill Cabal and Fallen. So, and I got to get auto rifle kills and sidearm kills. So I'm going to go kill the Fallen with my sidearm and then fly to Mars. No, take that away, please. Just let me pull out my sidearm, get my 50 kills, and then pull out my auto rifle in the same spot, get my 50 kills, and move on with my 4 hours a week playing ass. Sounds good to me.
Sounds good. Sounds like a plan.
Stark says forgiven. Yeah.
I know. I put a picture up to the camera.
I've seen it, but I didn't say it.
She gets me.
I tend to cut Phogoth off a lot. I'm trying to not do that anymore. We had last week, we said, what's our favorite strike? And we got so into talking about Omnigul that I was like, okay, moving on. He's like, yeah, it's okay. I don't want to say my favorite strike anymore.
Yeah.
Fuck me, I guess. I guess we'll just move on. We're going to talk about my favorite strike.
Yeah. The Nexus, it's opening.
Yeah. Oh, story time. Real fast story time. My first ever primary elemental gun was it was just on the tip of my tongue and I fucking forget things. Atheon's Epilogue. The Void from Vault of Glass. That gun was trash. Yeah. It was trash, but it was the first one I ever got, so I thought it was the best thing in the world.
It's because Atheon's Epilogue went burnt.
It went
burnt. All you cared about. What, you don't know how to combat recoil?
No, I don't know how to combat recoil, okay?
You aim your gun down as you fire.
And shoot their feet, and then you slowly go up their body. Okay, well and good. The point of my story is the Nexus was Nightfall that week, and it was a void burn. I murdered everything, and I felt like such a boss. And my buddies at the time didn't have an elemental primary. So, like, they were just letting me go first all the time. And I don't go first. I die. You know that. But they're like, go. Kill him real quick. Okay. I love it. I don't know why my keyboard decided to type that, but I dropped my phone. Rip. Phogoth dropped his phone. Did you pick it up yet, or are you stepping on it?
No, it's still on the ground next to me. I'll pick it up later.
Forbidden War, thank you for being here and also jumping in the conversation. So what do we got next? Screw one, kill one, marry one. Any newcomers? We do this every week. We get 3 guns from the community, 3 random guns, and we have to choose which one we're going to screw, which is use once. We're going to marry, which is equip forever and never use another gun, and kill one, which we don't even use and we don't even touch. So we will let our guest go first. Oh, fucking go. There we go.
Oh.
Malfeasance or
Summoner,
Bastion?
Malfeasance, or Bastion?
Summoner's a shotgun, right?
I think. I'm with you. I was going to look them up, but I didn't. I know what 2 of the 3 are.
I know, yeah. This is so fucking bad. I just use the same guns. I have the same loadout for everything because I get so comfortable in my ways.
I'm the one hosting you and I'm with you.
Trial's not a rifle.
Okay. Well, I don't have it, so I don't know how it works.
Okay.
If saying kill it offends people, it's only because I've never used it and I don't have it. So I'm sorry. So I guess I'll get out. That one gets the axe. I don't know. I don't know. I actually had a lot of fun using Bastion for one of the fusion rifle kill quests. So, or unless I'm wrong and it's not a fusion rifle and I'm just stupid and forgetting guns again.
Rifle. Yep.
But I don't know. I just love Malfeasance because it's connected to the Drifter and Gambit. So I don't know. And I don't use fusion rifles a lot, at all. I will. It feels weird to say I'll screw Bastion because that's an Overwatch character as well. Yeah, that'll be the screw it, and then I'll marry Malfeasance. I feel like we could have some fun with Malfeasance.
Stark in chat says Grace be single-handedly bringing Crimson back to the meta.
I know.
Stark,
stop! Don't call me out like this.
I was bitching, long story short, about artifacts and how they ripped guns out of my hand last season. They took my blast furnace away because I couldn't equip a mod onto it. And she basically said they need to let me put all the mods on my Crimson. So
yeah.
Hold
on.
Yeah.
When you like a gun, you like a gun. Somebody tweeted, I retweeted it, that Rat King is their favorite exotic. Okay, cool.
That's dear.
And then somebody chimed in, was like, imagine liking Rat King or some dumb shit like that. I'm like, who cares?
It's gonna be mean like that.
Like,
okay,
like it.
I have an 824 kills in PvP with Crimson currently. My next highest is 204.
Ooh. Okay,
so
okay.
I may be using Crimson a lot in PvP.
Okay.
So with over 50% or close to 50% complete precision with Crimson. So
I have like 7% on the guns I use. Like my Call of Duty accuracy is like literally in the 0.0. Like it's bad. Like I use the M4A1 in Call of Duty. I'm like, got you. I eventually hit that.
Oh God.
Stark says monster. Okay, so
I am a monster.
Your turn. I don't want to make
my turn. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and kill Malfeasance. Not a fan of it. Not really, unless I'm playing Gambit. Not worth my time. Summoner, just to be an asshole, probably run into Crucible once with it. So I'll screw Summoner, and then I will marry Bastion because Burt through shields. Damage.
Haha, Bastion machine go Burt. Burt.
So my answer would be Summoner is gone because I've never used it. I also thought it was a shotgun. I really did. Apparently it's not.
It's okay. I thought it was a sniper at first.
I will screw Malfeasance simply because I played on PS4 before cross save was enabled. And my first Gambit match was the meatball, and we killed him, and I got the Malfeasance quest. And then they were like, hey, here's cross save. And I'm like, oh, well, shit. Like, I have so much more on Xbox. So I got the quest, but it got killed in cross save, so I never got to do it. I've never seen the meatball on Xbox. So I'd at least screw it to try to use it once. I mean, I got the quest and never got to do it. But like you said, Bastion is just, it burts everything. So I would marry Bastion, and I also have Bastion, so that would definitely be my answer.
Welcome.
Burst some shields. So that brings us to our last segment, community questions. At is that Zachy Chan? Zachy Chan 88.
Zachy Chan 88.
Thoughts on pinochle weapons seemingly being removed from the game?
Pray.
Did I be wrong?
I thought you were gonna say pineapple at first.
Rice? I thought you were peanut butter.
Peanut butter weapons in the game. So
Peanut butter.
Pinnacle, whatever. It's the same thing. You say tomato, I say tomato, just like guillotine and guillotine, okay?
I hope you don't say tomato.
Hey, Wizards in the chat. Thank you for being here at the end of our segment. No, I'm just joking. Thank you for being here, Wizard. So, pinochle weapons being removed from the game. Grace, how do you feel about pinnacle weapons being removed from the pineapple game?
So honestly, I am really happy only because
Cheeto says pineapple.
Pineapple. I think I have like 1 or 2 pinnacle weapons, and I think it was because I accidentally got like, what is it, oxygen, that gun.
I got that.
Zavala just handed it to me one day, and I was like, oh, I guess I got that one.
The best guns are the ones you don't know you're earning.
But it gets really tiring. Like, I know people get into like the same randoms, like the guns are meta, and they're what's working, and they're what's, getting people through not only PvP but PvE. But it gets really tiring, and it feels very stale to me having to face the same guns every Crucible match, and use this gun, it's going to get you through this. And I've never been a person who uses meta weapons, just because I like to change out my loadouts, and that's what makes Destiny to me, is being able to use a whole bunch of different weapons, and that adaptive playstyle that they like to talk about. So I don't know, I'm just really glad that people are going to be forced to use other guns and to adapt to what may be a new play style, just because I think people get too comfortable, and then that's I think what sparks a lot of complaints and the complaining that we get a lot. So I don't know, I'm really excited. I'm happy to not see so many mountaintops and recluses and PvP. I'm just really excited because, things are going to change, and I hope it's, going to open people's eyes and make them more flexible and, what do you call it? I don't know, flexible. I'll just go with that. I don't know what word I was going for,
that works.
Shout
to Nem Plays. Nem Plays is in the chat. You guys
Nem!
And it's amazing.
Hi.
Phogoth, you can go next. How do you feel about pinochle weapons being removed from the Destiny universe?
Well, Bungie made an oopsie by making weapons that are exotic, that are only in the legendary slot. So I'm glad to see him go bye-bye, but I will miss my loaded question. Not gonna lie. That's I've got like 20,000 kills on it. And yeah.
That's a lot of kills.
Yeah. It go Bert and then go
That's about it. I personally, I've said it a couple times now in this stream, I don't have time to go for pinnacles or pinnacles or pineapples or whatever the hell they're called. I don't have time to go for the bread. I did get oxygen though, because my favorite gun is, I love scout rifles. And I mean, Jesus Christ, dude, Firefly based on how many headshots, big boom, big Bert, I had to get it. Mm-hmm. I don't like bounties. I will do them, but I say it all the time. Bounties give me anxiety. Because, we'll be going through a strike, right? When we're having a good old time, but I need headshots. So I'm so worried about my headshots, and I'm not worried about clearing the boss. I'm worried about getting my headshots because I don't want to have to go into another strike to get more headshots because my playtime is limited. I mean, it's kind of petty, but pinnacle weapons are a season-long bounty. It's not just 20 I got to get. It's 400. Come on. Mm-hmm. So getting rid of them, cool. Get rid of them. And another thing is with sunsetting, don't make me go all season to get this gun that I can't use in 3 months or 6 or however long it is. However long the sunset is.
Don't make me go get this gun. You sunset it and then you re-release it.
And make me have to get it again. Unless you'll have it in the vault and you can, upgrade the new version. Having the old version, maybe. I don't know. But yes, with sunsetting, get rid of pinnacles. Like, it's not, don't make me grind and then not be able to use it again. But at the same time, Destiny is built on a grind. So, I still
never got breakneck.
Nope. The Oxygen is the only one I ever even went for. Like, I've had people tell me, well, try to get the Recluse and try to get the Mountaintop. I don't like doing one PvP match, let alone 6 months worth.
Right.
So, next question. The Infernal Ring. Why hasn't the Contact event moved to Titan yet?
Well,
the pyramid ships are tired and they're taking a nap.
Okay. I didn't expect any hardcore question on this, but this is a relaxed question.
How far away from IO is Titan? Good question. Exactly. Like she said, pyramid ships are tired. They need rest. Plus, we're murdering things. So give it like a week or so, or whenever the quest expands.
Notifications go Bert.
They're gonna take their time to get there. Plus, I think this is the second. Is this the second week of the season? So or is it the third?
3 or 4.
3 or 4. I think it's the third.
Yeah, because I'm like, we're still pretty early on, so we've got a lot of time for things to unfold. We
actually playing. Omega Timberworth Gaming. Good evening, chat. Thank you for being here. All you guys, thank you for being here. Chat makes streams a lot more funner.
We love all of you guys joining us, even if we sometimes don't see it.
Yes.
We still love you.
Yes. We're glad you were here.
You are the reason we're here.
I think they haven't moved to Titan because Sloan said no. They're about to blow my planet up, so why even come here? Ain't no reason to come here. Don't nobody want to come here no more. They're going to blow me up. And blow me along with Anna Bray and Mars. And speaking of which, I tweeted a few days ago. It made me legit sad. Some people took it as Anna is getting vaulted, which I don't think she is. Whatever. That's beside the point. But they took it the wrong way when I said there's gonna be a group of Guardians, and I'm legit when I say this, that are not gonna know what it means to say the Hive are sending an ogre. They're gonna have no idea. They're gonna have no idea. And it makes me sad. It really, you're just going to can it all. And it's such a big line for me because obviously. But it made me sad. They're going to have absolutely no idea whatsoever. And Exo Stark, yes, I think Anna's going to be in the tower. I want to say she's going to be the new Hunter Vanguard. Me playing Anna on Twitter aside completely. I want to say she's going to be the new Hunter Vanguard. But she's not an Exo. So, it can't really.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
it doesn't.
We don't need an EXO.
You don't.
Because we had Osiris and we had Andal Brask at the same time. So
okay, really, they were. I had no idea they were Vanguards. You guys heard me earlier talking about how much I know about lore. I had no idea. Okay, then yes, Anna's gonna be in the tower as Vanguard. Boom. I said it right here. You heard it.
Andal preceded Cade, and Andal died when they were going after Tannix, and that was kind of the whole Vanguard Dare thing with them. So. I love Fallen lore, Exo lore, all that stuff. Tannix, the Cloak of Tannix I've made. It's my favorite cloak from D1. I want it to be back now that we're going to Cosmodrome, and then I can't wait. I thought we were getting it with Shadowkeep when we had to fight his nightmare, but no dice. I was fingers crossed.
That's
but
not a metaphor.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Bray, just by the way, looks like Medwing's song made it in finally.
I think she was late, though. I called you out, Medwing. I called you out and your stupid taking scorn idea, and I hope that they do not send the devil our way, because we already got enough devils in our universe, and I don't want a stupid taken fire lamp that sucks me in and makes me not be able to walk away. So if it happens, I'm blaming you. Damage seen it, and he passed it on, and they're like, oh, shit, let's fuck these guys up. Let's go. Taking scoring right now. Taking Devil Walker. You know what I'm saying? It's done. Let's go. There is already too many takes.
Walker would be interesting to see. I would think I would laugh. It's like Just imagining a big walker just kind of like twitching around and can't sit still.
Right, a walker.
I don't know. I don't know how that works actually.
I mean, no. I've always wanted to. I say this a lot. I've always wanted to. Speaking of Taken, the scene from Forrest Gump when he's like, "Seat's taken." I want to modify that video where the seat is actually like glowy black and white.
Damn it, Bray.
If you can find me that scene, it'd be a funny thing to draw.
Seat's taken.
Tell me what character Eris points and goes, "Seat's taken," and there it is. But that sounds like a very bad Destiny joke kind of thing. But
It's
No,
a good time.
not Eris, Oryx.
oh no,
Team Taken abomination.
his big raspy voice, "Seat's taken."
Okay, so we are in
Jesus.
agreement that the ships have not made it to Titan because they're tired and they're taking a break.
Yes.
Next question.
They're taking a break.
Okay,
They're
this
taking
one
a
I
break.
won't really have too much of an opinion on. Coach Rich M, what are your guys' thoughts on skill-based matchmaking being taken out of Iron Banner?
I mean, I think I said it earlier. You know, there's two sides to this coin right now, and it's the mercies or you're getting mercied. You know, yeah, D2. But yeah, I think that if you're in a group of at least 4 or more, you're mercying people. The other players are probably not having a good time if they're getting stomped.
Constantly.
I was on a 6-stack a couple nights ago, having a blast. We were mercying people. We had a couple games where we got mercied because I think we played against a team just 6-stacker Resolute players. And then on PS4, it was just myself and my friend, and we were getting stomped then. And yeah, it's I don't know. I don't get a lot of time to play just PvP and all this kind of stuff, but I don't know. I personally am not a player that sees a huge difference, but I have experienced both sides, so I don't know.
Phogoth, you want to chime?
For the first time in 3 months, I jumped into PvP on Tuesday, and I was drinking heavily the entire time.
I could tell. I was in your party.
Yeah, Bray was in the party. I was just constantly drinking. We were winning. It was a full 6-stack. The ones we were losing, terrible connections on the other side. Like, people were just everywhere. Going solo, you're going to go up against 6-stacks because most of the people we were going up against were solo players or fire teams of 1 or 2. It's not matching based on skill. It's matching based off of captain's crappy ass connection. So these kids were having a really bad time.
Oh my god, you guys had hacks on freaking Xbox, man. I wasn't in like the team, but yeah, these guys were like, "Oh my god, he's blinking everywhere." And he died, but he didn't die. Yeah.
It was great. I got a kill on someone. I saw it flash on my screen that he died, and then he wasn't dead, and he killed me.
Omega Timberwolf Gaming. I don't think they realize I'm Anna Braytek, and that's why we made this podcast. Because he's in the chat asking about Destiny roleplay accounts. There is a bunch of us, and this is Untamed Phogoth. So I mean, we don't really pretend to be them. We used to, but yes, thank you for being here. That's why this podcast was made in the first place. As to answer, my answer is it's been said earlier, but my PvP has been on and off. Back in Destiny 1, I had friends, so we played a lot more PvP. It's funner when you have a team. But switching from skill-based to connection-based the last 6 years has been back and forth. They've done it so many times, switching on and off. I've never noticed a difference. I'm not terrible in PvP. I do hold a +1 KD, 1 point, whatever. I can hold my own, but I'm not the greatest. Don't expect me to win for you. I will get some kills, but that's it. When it comes to whichever one I was in, I got the same amount of kills. I either got the guy or I didn't. More often than not, I didn't. But I personally never noticed a difference. Now, today, I went into the Iron Banner. I'm light level 1023. People are 1050, 1040. They're going to smoke you in Iron Banner. It's level enabled. Cool. It's end game. So I got smoked. So I can't really give an opinion on the current Iron Banner. Because I got smoked because I'm 20 levels under. But as for a history, I never noticed a difference. I really didn't. I went in, I got my +1 KD, and moved on with my day. That's really about it. And yes, again, Omega, thank you for being here. Destiny roleplay accounts are the shit. You should follow them. Most of them are pretty awesome. Chrissy.
Unless they're not.
What color is the new subclass going to be? She asked us this 3 weeks in a row now, and I just kind of ignored it because I thought it was a joke. But she is serious. What color do we think the new subclass is going to be?
Oh, geez. Well, I mean, I still think there's a lot that we still are going to see and like uncover about what stasis does, because a lot of people are going, oh, it's ice. It's an ice subclass. It's ice this. And I'm like, I think I commented on, might have been Dan Finity's tweet about stasis and it being strictly ice. And I think it's just because we've only seen stasis used on Europa, which is an ice planet. I'm wondering if, because it's darkness based, if it's going to manipulate the environment in different ways on different planets, different environments, which I think would be a really cool thing to see, especially because another art team does do a lot of work with that sort of stuff. I think it would be really cool because, we've got purple, orange, and blue. If it's something, more black or even like that weird green that a Taken color is, or if we get something that we see in the trailer, that red and that dark red and black that we see under the surface of the ice on Europa, I think would be a really cool like UI look to the new subclass. So I don't know. I think those are probably likely paths that it's going to take, in my opinion. But, because we've already got, like I said, blue and people are associating with ice. So I don't really think it's going to be blue. So who knows?
Phogoth, your go.
White. I'm thinking it's white, and all the stasis stuff is going to be kinetic damage. Let's have kinetic supers, guys, and they'll break through the impenetrable shields. Let's do this.
Break their grip on Freehold.
My answer is black, simply because it's darkness based. There you go. Darkness is black. We're gonna have a black subclass. Although if it's ice based, it could very well be Sub-Zero teal. I mean, if
that would be neat.
Ice,
teal would be pretty.
I mean, whenever I personally think of anything ice, but that's because I'm old and I played Mortal Kombat 1 30 fucking years ago. I see anything ice, I instantly think of Sub-Zero. So, I mean, probably not, but I'd say teal. If it were ice sub-based, I would say teal.
Yeah, I think that'd be really pretty. It kind of reminds me of like what you would see, like one of the colors on the inside of a glacier would be really cool. So, right. But again, it's very blue, we've got arc, so I don't know.
I'd say black.
Teal would be really pretty.
Based. And Omega says red and black would look cool. It would be cool to have a subclass with two colors. Mm-hmm. Mix it up, make it up. I don't know, change it.
And they could change the UI even more to change up what arc looks like, or the purple and the orange. They could be overhauling that too. Yeah, could. So who knows?
Maybe the subclass will look like Phogoth's room and just blink whatever color guy.
Just fluctuate.
Who knows? I know exactly who knows. Bungie knows.
Oh gosh, so ominous.
Siva-based subclass, though. Rasputin would try to kill it then, or Fellwinter would try to steal it, and Rasputin would try to kill it, or something. Siva had something to do with Rasputin trying to kill Fellwinter. I know that. Look at me trying to lore. Look at me. Trying.
Good. You did good. I'm proud of you. The teacher in me is proud of you.
Mortal Kombat, they assembled the cabins themselves. Wait, I don't get it. Rasputin can find me, Exostar. He can't do anything because he did. The darkness got his ass. He's not answering his emails or his phone. He's dead.
Oh yeah, custom subclasses from D1 was really, really fun.
Yes, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed having so much
fun. I enjoyed the progression tree that it gave you.
I miss Iron Harvest.
Nice. What'd you say?
I miss Iron Harvest. Best perk on the Defender tree.
I don't even know what it does. What's it do?
Heavy weapon kills generate orbs of light.
Ooh, we like orbs of light.
That's nice.
There was a reason I was going like 120 plus orbs of light generated in strikes.
That's good.
I fired them always at supers.
Okay, we got our final question. Okay, Drift Quantum. What are some ways to earn transmog ornaments? How can they give us transmog ornaments without making us pay silver?
I think it's because I hoard my items just in case this happens. That it will probably be through dismantling past armor sets. Maybe that's.
Ooh.
I mean, that just to me that makes the most
10
sense.
copies.
Or I have like prodigal sons from like or early on. I mean, like I've kept all my cloaks, all my like everything just in case they come back as ornaments. But I don't know. That's gonna make a lot of people upset if they're like, oh, well, I need vault space and stuff like that. And so they dismantled these things all already. So I don't know. I feel like that's what they're gonna do.
Like, I get a set of gloves that are stronger, and I'd break the ones I had. I don't even care what they did. I don't want them. Nobody got time for that.
That's fair.
We all know Ava's Savathun.
Ooh, Ava Vendor, yes. And you have said it a couple times that you think Ava is Savathun. Also start Catch These Hands Rasputin. That's excellent.
Haven't heard from Chris
today. That is a good idea, though. I mean, you want your new armor to look like, your solstice armor? Break your solstice armor. And then you can turn your new stuff into the solstice. Okay, I see you. Phogoth?
I have a feeling we're going to get a few different methods. One is a token system. Like,
we don't have any of those. They don't have that yet.
Complete your pinnacle activities, and you get a transmog token. You can take any previous item and put that token into it, and that token turns that into an ornament. I feel like that's a route that it'll take. Another possible route that would probably be nice for everyone except for Bray is log in 10 days in a row and get this ornament.
See, I could do that because I can still log in. As long as I don't have to play, I can log in the background and AFK forges. Just saying.
Oh gosh.
Stream your Xbox from your phone, man. Just bring a controller with you and do it in the parking lot.
Right. So that was actually going to be my answer to. They're slowly taking out pinnacles. Make it so you pinnacle for a transmog. And I mean, I was going to say just like you beat Zavala's for an X strike set or whatever, but you said it better. You'll get a token to redeem for anything you want. Any old piece of armor, chest piece you want, you go do this one and you can get it and turn your new stuff. And then if you put it onto your current chest piece and break it, you get it back. So you can put it on a next one. Because you might change your mind and be like, oh man, this is cool. Oh. This has got better perks, but I want it to look like the Taken chest I got last week.
No, I was thinking more redeem the token and then pick an item that you've previously collected, and that turns into an ornament for all armor pieces across the board for that slot. So that way it's like any random ornament you got. You can just pop it in and be like, I want to look like this.
That makes sense.
Yeah. That sounds pretty good. And that's all we got for the show.
Yeah. Chat, you guys.
Solid hour. Any questions?
Yeah. Anything else you guys want to hear or add or?
I'm a Destiny community artist. Ask me stuff about drawing things. I'm also an art teacher. So anything like that.
Can I get a commission?
You can when I'm done with my current batch because I have so many to finish. I have working through my current list. But I can add you to my spreadsheet and then you'll get pinged when I open commissions next.
Sounds good.
Mm-hmm. You're an art teacher. I said a million times, I love stories, and I constantly have throughout my day random stories blown through my head. My second grade art teacher, her name was Miss Dick Ow. And I will never forget that my entire life. Because you're a second grader, and your art teacher's name is Miss Dick Ow. And the fact that you're laughing makes me so happy. I will never forget it. Every day. How you doing, Miss Dick Ow? Miss Dick Ow, can I get a paintbrush? Miss Dick Ow, how's my drawing?
Oh, God. I thought you were going to ask me for an art teacher story. I wasn't expecting you to tell me.
No,
it really threw me off guard.
I have stories for everything, and my brain just randomly fires stories, and I love it. But yes, I will never forget that. Walk. How you doing, Miss Dick Ow? Yeah, how you doing today?
Stark has a question for you, Grace.
I see that. How you draw good, Grace?
Can you draw hands? That's the real question.
Can I draw a hand? or a hangman.
Hands.
Draw hands.
I just know that it's a joke that people can't draw hands because I can't draw.
I used to hide them behind like in pockets or behind the back and stuff. So I used to not be able to until I pushed past that and just said, fuck it, if I'm not going to learn if I don't make myself draw hands. But how do I draw good? I have a few answers to that. First, you have to kill an Ahamkara, and they'll grant you a wish. Just gotta wear the bones, and they'll grant you wishes. Eventually, you'll be good at drawing. Or you make a deal with a hive god. That's another route you can take. Just grab a worm. You gotta feed the worm. I mean, that's how it works with that. They're pretty cute, so it can't be too hard, you know.
What about stepping into a war with the Cabal on Mars? Would that help you out any?
Only if you find Valstar and you take them down, so you can break their grip on Freehold. Mm-hmm. It's on the way, you know. Secrets are there. So you dismantled your Ahamkara stuff, and you killed the hive god. Oh no! Oh no! Did you take out Gaul? Free the traveler? I mean, everybody's in the streets talking about you.
Right.
You know?
We don't want you in the chat if your clan ain't doing big things for the city.
That's why we started this in the first place.
Oh, I got it. You could be a bad guy. Just don't be a snitch.
Ooh.
You know?
All right.
Mm-hmm. No, how I draw good, I guess I started like bringing a little sketchbook with me to recess in 4th grade, and that was when I kind of was like, I want to draw all the time. I had the original 151 Pokedex book I would bring to school, and I would tell my friends to pick one out, and I would draw it for them. And also, I had a how to draw and paint dragons book that I just freehanded all the dragons in because I absolutely love dragons. And then that turned into just me getting yelled at in class for always drawing in my sketchbook and not paying attention. But, you know, my brain works in the way that if I have something engaging in front of me, I'm able to listen. That's how I retain information. So, I don't know. I just have always been self-taught and, you know, just drew what I was interested in. And I didn't really have any, like, formal education, like Drawing 101 or Intro to Drawing, stuff like that, until I was in college. And that was when they teach you, like, the fundamentals and the figure drawing. And, you know, some art programs in high schools will teach you that. I try to do that with my middle schoolers just because it's not something I ever got to do when I was their age. And I feel like teaching them the fundamentals gives them the basis. And then, you know, they can go on and, you know, branch out, develop their own styles. I'm not a teacher that is like, no, you have to be realistic. You have to do the details right. You know, unless the assignment calls for it, you know, it's different. But I like to see kids, you know, I had a couple, you know, kids who like to do like graffiti stuff, or kids who like to draw, you know, anime. Hi. I know.
No.
But you know, it's really just a lot of practice. I know people say that so much. It's, you know, practice, but you know, as long as you're just drawing and developing things and work on what you're not good at, I mean, you know, you're just building yourself up and you're just progressing, you know. So that's how I draw good. So but yeah.
That's an excellent answer. Like, that's a great way to explain it. Like, I'd have been like, I'd use pencil go Bert, and that would have been my answer.
Well, like I said, I'm an art teacher, so, you know, I know how to explain it, I guess. What are you doing? Just scraping things. But yeah, it's the language and stuff. That's another thing is, you know, in college, especially, I mean, forget college, you don't really need a formal education to be an artist. You can, you know, just draw. You draw things, you paint things, you crochet, you sculpt. Anything that's a form of creativity, you know, that you do it, you're an artist. In my books, that's all you need. So I don't know.
I personally did. I'm into graphic design, like not like I used to be, but like I'm decent with Photoshop. Like all the graphics for the show here, I did and whatever. Years ago, I did online Penn Foster for graphic design.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of went into it blind. My buddy's like, hey, man, like, look at this shit. You might be into it. I signed up. Fuck it, you know. They send you the books in the mail and whatever. And I thought it was they're going to teach you how to use Photoshop. No, here's the freaking theory of art and why you can blend orange with white and make it brown. And it was cool.
Wait.
Like it was
yes.
How to blend color. I mean, I don't know if that's the color. I just threw that as an example. That you blend this color with this color and it makes this color on the outside, which I had no idea. Like a green will look different with white around it rather than orange around it. It changes the green. I didn't know that stuff. It's cool little tidbits. But I gave up on the program when it was asking me basic RGB spectrum colors, and I got a question wrong on the test, but the question was right. I forget what it was, but it was right there in the book. The question was word for word, and I knew the answer. The answer was like orange or whatever, and it was wrong. And I emailed them. I'm like, no, the answer. They were like, no, you got the answer wrong. I'm like, bullshit. Like it's. So I gave up, and I told them, no, I'm not giving you my money anymore, and it's just not what I thought it was gonna be. But like, the fucking question was right. I got the answer right. Give me my mark. Like it was there. It's in the book.
It's a lot of experiences like that discourage a lot of people and a lot of kids from taking art classes and pursuing art, because a lot of times you'll face a teacher or a professor that is very one-track mind. You have to do it their way. And a lot of people have a problem with that. And I understand why. I had a horrible painting professor when I was in, university. And, that almost like really discouraged me from continuing to paint and stuff like that. But, you almost have to stick it out in a field like that, just because, at the end of the day, art is, in my opinion, subjective, and if it's good or not, but always be open to, critiques.
Right.
And, outside feedback. And that's something that I teach my students too, is how the difference between, because again, I work with middle schoolers currently, even though I can teach pre-K through 12, but teaching them the difference between constructive criticism and bullying is a big thing.
Yep.
And so that's like a day one conversation we have. I'm like, you guys are going to be doing critiques. That way you're going to learn how to talk about art. So, but there's a difference. There's not really a gray area in the middle. You're either constructive criticism or you're being mean to your classmates or you're making fun of them. So, there's a lot of stuff. I could talk about teaching and art education for a really long time, discipline-based art education, anything. But yeah, so, I mean, it's my career currently. So, and I love it.
Yeah, it's definitely good times. Like I said, I did the Penn Foster thing, and there was just so much to it that I had no idea. Like, there was such a science. That's another reason why I kind of gave up on it. I was like, man, like, I don't want it that bad. I thought they were going to teach me how to use Photoshop, and like, because like Photoshop came with the class. That's another reason I did it. I was like, ooh, have Photoshop like legit, and I didn't steal it. And then it just, I don't know, I gave up on it. But the fact that they were like, that answer was wrong, like really pissed me off. I'm like, the answer's right there in the book, word for word. And I was like, eh. Like, it was just an excuse to give up on it because it really wasn't what I thought it was going to be. But I can tell that it's your thing, and that's awesome. You have passion, and I can tell. Even Stark's like, that's the most in-depth answer ever. It was. You owned it, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So I can talk about it for days. Love
speaking
it.
of commissions, I have to plug it out there. I have a commission coming in that Phogoth here bought for me.
Oh.
Sitting next to me in a box that I haven't opened yet because it's only half of the commission is a body pillow. Coming in from China is the Anna Bray print covering for it.
Don't worry, 100% safe for work.
I have a very odd perception of body pillows. A very weird opinion on them.
Hive Thrall forever said he wanted an Anna Bray body pillow. And so I tweeted him. I'm like, Phogoth bought me an Anna Bray body pillow and not you. And he's like, what?
How?
So yeah, it's completely safe for work, but it just the commission thing made me think of it.
It started off as a joke between me and Sebastian after Bray did his SRL tournament, and I said, "Screw it, we're doing it live." So I talked Bray into grabbing 2 community artists from the community for a secret project.
That was it.
Yeah, so Bray got the artists, and I paid the commissions.
All right. Oh dear.
Like I said, 100%.
To be fair, a couple years ago, my friend was like this close to buying a Jesse McCree body pillow for me at a convention. And I'm like, no, please. I was like, I cannot explain that to my family if I have McCree on a body pillow. I was like, I love the man and he's my main, but like, I can't explain that, especially because it wasn't one of the safe for work ones. It was very suggestive. And I'm like, they don't need it.
He got an interesting text from his wife being like, what's this? The description was body pillow.
He texted me the Amazon tracking, and he's like, it should be on your front porch. And literally not 2 minutes later, wife, he's like, what's this?
Like, she didn't like, he's not home. I'm going to open this, see what this is. And she holds it up, and it's just like, what the fuck is this?
It's just a body
What the
pillow.
hell is my husband into?
What is he into? Oh my god. I didn't know Destiny was about this.
Doesn't help that it was addressed to Anna Bray.
Right. Speaking of Anna Bray, another funny story. We did Average Joe did the Destiny Secret Santa, and I got into it, and the person I got sent me I'm a big Pokemon nerd, a Pokemon waffle maker. Absolutely amazing.
That's
Absolutely
awesome.
amazing. It makes waffles into Pokeballs. But he addressed it to Anna Bray. At the time, my brother-in-law was staying with me, and he didn't know I was Anna Bray. And the FedEx guy was like, is there an Anna Bray here? He's like, no. They took it back and shipped it back to him. He had to reship it.
No. Oh gosh.
I'm like, yeah,
I
bro.
participated in that too, but my person never gave me anything. So I sent out a nice heartfelt gift and everything, and yeah, I never got one, which is fine.
I
But,
told Joe to let me know if anyone didn't get anything,
He
and I
did
was
too.
going to cover them.
Yep, he did too. Can confirm.
I mean, I didn't take it personally. I figured, whoever had to do it either forgot or I don't know, but it's not a big deal. It's just really funny because like I forget who my I think Joe was my recipient actually. I got Joe, so I sent him a bunch of Twizzlers and some other things too. So, but yeah,
Extra body pillows,
So-
stuff that's.
never. Oh my gosh. Oh, I know what I did. I customized one of the little ghost keychain you have on your microphone. I painted it into Saint 14 and I sent it to him. So, and then the Twizzlers. So,
That's awesome. That'd be definitely awesome. I was in a Pokemon Secret Santa. I used to be a PokeTuber. I did freaking pack openings or whatever on YouTube.
oh yeah, I love those. They're so
He's a Gen
captivating.
Oneer, don't mind him.
They're so great. But we did a Secret Santa, and I got a Charizard painting. I'm a big Charizard fan. Like, wait.
Yeah,
There it is.
yeah.
There it is. And I got a Charizard painting, and it's still in my closet. And I randomly, I have a Pokemon account and everything. I'm not really on there anymore. The community kind of, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I recently actually randomly took a picture of it because this was like 3 years ago. And I send it to her. She goes by Cleffa, and she's like, I can't believe you still have that. I'm like, what do you mean I can't? I'm going to have this for the rest of my life. Like, this is so fucking awesome. It's the little things of Secret Santas. It's good times. But yes, I think that's our show. Thank you guys for being here. Chat, you were awesome. Thank you all for being here. For our bullshitting, yes, we bullshit a lot. A couple of jackasses that
Appreciate all of you guys.
We might be random, but with your help, we can make this one hell of a podcast.
Indeed.
Indeed.
So yes, thank you guys for being here. Grace, thank you for being on the show. I enjoyed it. I
Yeah, it's
enjoyed
fun.
hearing how you
Enjoyed
draw
your
good.
company. Yep, you draw good.
I draw good. I do words good, and I draw good.
Sometimes I
know
don't
words.
do words.
I have the
forget
best words.
I'll be saying gun mods, and I'll be like, that one mod that I had on the tip of my tongue 2 seconds ago, but it ain't there no more. And again, thank you, chat, for being here. Tune in next week. I was gonna have it on my phone. Who we got? I think we got Vault of Sass next week.
I believe it is Vault of Sass next week.
I think so.
I'm not 100% sure. If it's not, I am sorry.
I think we got Vault of Sass, and then we got Destiny the Meme. I think.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
I think. I asked Meme to be on the show just to bring eyes to the show because, 20,000 followers and all. Just saying. Just throwing it out there.
Should be a good conversation though. Still.
Yeah.
You asked Meme to come to the show because I'm like, why isn't your best friend Destiny the Meme coming?
Yes. You did. So I asked
She's
her.
your best friend.
Yeah, she is my best friend. We are besties. I enjoy talking. We had a fire team one time, and she just kept talking about how good the peppers were she was eating. I'll never forget it. These peppers are so good. I'm like, that's great. She's like, I like the orange ones better. You eat your orange pepper, and you own it. You own that pepper. So yes, again, thank you guys for being here. Tuesday or next Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern. It's Vault of Sass. I think if not, it's whoever we got next week. Grace, thank you again. Thank you, chat. Tune in next week.
See you next week, everybody.